In the 1990s, Italy's Serie A was the undisputed king of world football. Right in the middle of it sat Parma, a modest club from a small city that transformed into one of the most feared squads in Europe. They acquired world-class attacking talent, led by elite strikers like Hernán Crespo. Behind the attack stood defensive titans like Fabio Cannavaro. This concentration of talent made the team a genuine threat to global giants like Real Madrid and Manchester United. A team of this caliber seemed destined for a multi-decade dynasty. Instead, within a few years, the money vanished, the stars were sold, and the club was scrubbed from the professional leagues. The trajectory of this club shifted in 1989, when the dairy giant Parmalat executed a corporate takeover. Parmalat's injection of cash bypassed the normal, incremental growth of a modest team. It functioned like a real-life cheat code, providing the capital to outspend established historical powers. The results were immediate. Between 1992 and 2002, Parma won 3 Coppa Italias, 2 UEFA Cups, and a European Super Cup. But the wealth funding these trophies was disconnected from the club's actual footballing revenue. The financial foundation was an illusion. While the team dominated the pitch, a massive financial bomb was ticking in the boardroom. Their era of success was the public face of a sprawling corporate crime. In 2003, the Parmalat Corporation collapsed. The disaster severed the club's financial lifeline and exposed years of systemic fraud to the public. This diagram shows the scale of the void, a 14 billion euro black hole. It remains the largest bankruptcy scandal in European history. The crisis dominated the headlines across Italy, as the public realized that the money backing their local team was not existent. The club's owner, Callisto Tanzi, was eventually arrested for massive corporate fraud. Because the club was an extension of a fraudulent corporation, it had no independent means to survive once the illusion of wealth was removed. To maintain operations, the club held a fire sale, selling off stars like Cannavaro and Gianluigi Buffon just to keep the lights on. The decline lasted 12 years. The club cycled through a series of owners who promised stability but were unable to stop the financial bleeding. By 2015, the organization was entirely bankrupt. Conditions were so dire that the club could not pay the stadium's electricity bill or afford hot water for the players' showers. On June 22, 2015, the club was officially dissolved and stripped of its professional football status. Corporate mismanagement had stripped the 102-year-old institution of its name, its staff, and its place in the Italian leagues. Weeks later, a new club was formed, Parma Calcio 1913. The corporation was gone, but the city's loyalty to the team remained. They were forced to restart in Serie D, the amateur leagues, playing on muddy pitches against part-time competition. Despite the drop in status, the local fans purchased over 9,000 season tickets, a record for the amateur division. Captain Alessandro Lucarelli, who had offers from top-tier clubs, refused to leave. He promised the fans he would stay until he personally led the team back to the top flight. The club was no longer a corporate asset, it was a civic one, rebuilt and sustained by the city itself. The climb began with a fight for promotion in 2016, moving the team immediately into Serie C. This chart tracks that ascent. In 2016, they secured the first step back toward professionalism by reaching Serie C. They secured promotion to Serie B in 2017, and then in 2018, Parma reached the top flight of Serie A. They achieved 3 consecutive promotions in 3 years, the first time any club had done so in the history of Italian football. Parma's ascent is a cautionary tale of corporate volatility, but it also demonstrates that while billionaires can abandon a team, the fans rarely do.